many student athletes lose their scholarship due to injury? This is a serious conversation for so many of you because planning isn't something you really want to do. You're enjoying that cash today, and all of that could go away. So specifically, I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about the staggering number of injuries and what happens to a student athlete when they're injured. Number two, what is the impact, obviously, on scholarships and NIL money? And number three, learning to invest, but really starting to use good and bad debt and understanding debt. With that, I'm going to give you a $1 trillion tip about your credit and getting corporate credit, which can actually be a huge backup for all of this. So first of all, what is the number of student athletes that get injured every year? There's over 25,000. Now, that doesn't probably sound like a big number, given there's traditionally upward of 27 sports and anywhere from 12 to 120, 150 players on a team. Proportionally, that doesn't sound like a lot, but I can tell you it matters a lot if you are the family, if you're the person, and this is your career. You've trained your whole life to be a tennis player, a swimmer, a football player, a basketball player, a baseball player, whatever you've trained to be. So you put your life into this thinking that this was going to be your career path. You had to have been told at some point this is going to end. Either you're going to age out, you're going to get injured, you'll get traded out, or you might not make it. I just witnessed 5 people that just went through the draft, and only 2 are in visiting camps right now. So they planned their entire career and life on this. So they're devastated. So not only 25,000 student athletes suffer from injuries annually, according to the NCAA, it results in millions and millions of dollars in medical bills and lost scholarships, because that's what happens. The NCAA rules allow the scholarships to be terminated if an athlete is unable to compete due to an injury. And that's not in every school, but you better pay attention to all of that. And then if you actually have surgeries, I've seen this happen, where if you don't immediately get connected to the school, sometimes those follow-up PT and all the other follow-up medical bills aren't paid for. So really know going in, if you are a parent and you're putting your student into an athletic program, where are the boundaries on that? Do you have to carry insurance? Do the school carry insurance? Believe me, I've had a 5-year student athlete. I can tell you this, I never stopped carrying insurance as additional on my son, ever. And so parents, don't just count on the school, may or may not be there. Other information, right? It puts the student athlete not only at risk of losing their educational scholarship, their athletic scholarship, but for sure their NIL money. And I've seen certain cases with NIL money that's been given out that if you're injured, not only do they stop it, you have to pay it back to the person who actually was the donor that gave it to you. So again, read those contracts. I can help you read those contracts. If you're interested in any of this, whether you're a coach or a student, go to financialfitnesstrainers.com. It'll have you click in. It'll say, I'm a coach. If you're a parent out there, just go ahead and click that you're a coach, because I'm sure you coached your kid the whole time, but we can get you information from there, or you click that you're a player. And then I have a lot of content that goes below. We're going to continue to be building feeds for education to help you in business and finance. You families, and there's so many families who want to move into sports and having student athletic scholarships, you got to know all the rules, and you got to know the rules around injuries. So let's talk specifically what are the details around NIL and scholarships. Again, more fun facts, so that's why I'm reading them off to you. So if you're injured, the majority of the time, if you don't go back to play and it's a significant injury, not only will your scholarships be taken away, it could affect then how you do your educational scholarships and if it's even maintained through that. So number two, in addition, many schools and colleges actually have a renewable scholarship. So it's almost like you have to reapply every year. So again, you get an injury, sort of like in the adult world, it's a COBRA clause. You may or may not get your insurance or ability to play or their scholarship back. And I've seen scholarships removed and taken and given to other players that are actually healthier, younger, coming in. We've talked about NIL many times, but that's name, image, and likeness, another way to make money. I promise you that money will go away. You're injured and not playing, or you actually you're a starter and you go into a number 2 or 3 position, NIL will clearly be affected. Your scholarship might not, but your NIL will be, and I've seen it over and over and over. The one thing I really want to say about the scholarships and NIL money is I want you players to start thinking about yourself as a business, as a brand. So 2 things when I start a company, and it's the same thing for you players. You are a company. Your brand is a company. So you get incorporated and you get a database. So as you're building this huge following, move those people into a database that you can actually control, hold, and monetize. Think of the amount of athletes that did it right. They built a database, not just followers, over their career. So they go out to the social media platforms and they pull people into a database. For $297 a month, we can handle all of that for you to make sure that you're sustainable. So upon injury, you can still continue your brand, image, and likeness. There'll be a story about it. There'll be an issue about it. There's going to be learning about it. I mean, you could have a podcast, you could just continue to move and monetize who you are, even though you're not an athlete anymore. So I want to teach you how to really be a business. So let's get into what do you do when you get this money. Number one, put it in the right bank account. You don't put it in your personal bank account. That's all I'm going to tell you. You've got to call me and talk to me. I love talking to parents and students. I kind of call myself a student and parent advocate. Why? Because I care more about you than a financial planner who's just going to want your money, insurance person. A lot of these people just want your money. They get big fees, big commissions. They make money. If you lose it, they don't get hit. They don't get hurt. It's called a license to steal because they aren't impacted by it. You are. So you need more knowledge. So I wrote all sorts of books. I got 5 New York Times bestsellers. I want to give you the first 3 chapters of my Millionaire Maker book. It's in the link below. Start reading it. Understand what it means to be a millionaire. Many of you, every one of you that makes a pro sport, you're going to be making hundreds of thousands, if not millions and millions. That needs to go into the right bank account from the beginning. And the pattern of millionaires is you make and invest. I know you want a bunch of trinkets, you want your vehicles, you want jewelry, you want stuff you've never been able to have before. When you make and invest your money, then you can spend later, you will have the better pattern of life. Most of you make spend, there's no money left to invest. So as an investor, as a student athlete, where would I invest? I'd invest in multi-families. I would do duplexes, 4plexes, 8plexes, 16. You can rent them out to your fellow players, making money the whole time while you're doing it, and you're building doors. If you're in the pro sports, you're going to be moving around town to town. By the time you're done with a 5-year career, you could have 20, 30, 40 doors, meaning apartments and people that are paying you. So you actually have built a business along your journey, putting your money to work properly. Good debt and bad debt, just don't get in bad debt. Bad debt is just stuff. So if you can't afford it, right, and that includes being paid yourself, paying your investment accounts next, making sure you put some away for taxes. Now, we do an amazing job of reducing your taxes. Amazing job. And we can probably get it down to the single digits, but you got to start with me today. You got to put your money in the right bank account so you can activate the best tax code. Every year, some of you that are making 150, 200, 250, you can either pay 80, 100,000 to IRS in taxes, or you can put it in your own investments. Your decision, let me help you. Go to askloral.com, AskLoral, ask me any question, make a request. While you're here, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you to click that notification button, be here all of the time. Please share this with your entire team. Share it with your coaches, share it with your parents. This is critical if you're going to be making money. And if you get injured, the whole game's over. So make sure you start your structure now. So injured or not, successful or not, you will have a lifetime of financial success. Talk to you tomorrow.